When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else I'd rather be with. Baby, I won't let you down. I got it, I know you need it. Love is hit when you're around. Oh, please say that you believe it. 'Cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Don't go. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah. Cause I don't wanna lose you. I hope you feel that way too. No, I don't wanna lose you. Baby, don't go. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah. I promise you'll never leave me. When it comes to you and me, there's no one else I'd rather be with. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh. When I get you back, oh yeah. When I get you back, oh yeah. Oh, when I get you back, oh yeah.
With the ideas and stuff like that.
Hey,
and just,
everybody, welcome to the party because my people, they're not watching the countdown.
we don't.
We like, hey, we found David, and so we had to make sure that his temperature was correct. We did vital signs on him, and then we thought we would do a stream before like another tree falls down in the woods. So I have a question for you, David, but I'll save it for when I get to you. First, let's say hello to Miss Diana. Hello, Miss Diana.
Guten Tag, everyone.
Man, I like the image. Yesterday you was playing around with things and looking kind of good.
Yeah. You know, we had quite a experiment happening in the office yesterday, where you had the white balance card was falling all over the place. Gaff tape.
I wasn't going to tell that part.
It was no. I have no problem sharing it. It looked like a complete disaster zone. It just,
is that a naked man sitting in that picture on the shelf?
No, that's
like
my.
It's blurred out just perfect.
Yeah,
there you go. It's like leave
just
it up
amount
to
of
your
bokeh to leave it to
imagination.
your
Just the amount of bokeh.
No, it's Miles Davis. Come on.
All right, I'm just teasing. All right, while she's sipping her vodka, let's see. Mr. David Blackman. Okay, so I have an important question for you. Always start your interviews out with a banging question, people. When a tree falls down in the forest, can you hear it? Wait, is that how it goes?
Only if it falls on your street across the power lines and the internet lines. And then you definitely can hear it.
We have rescued David from perpetual dad duty, and now he's back. He's back. He's ready to
excited.
go. I didn't even know if I had spelled your name right. I forgot all kind of things. I was like, what does that dude look like? Like, dang.
Man, hold on. My chair seems a little high. I'm not.
Is
properly.
it your chair or you?
It's my chair, but it's broke. There it is.
Hey, now
There we go.
next question. Yeah. See, while you out in the street slumming, we got the brand new Elgato Low Pro swingy dinghy.
No, hold on now. Before you say something, I was going to ask. Like, I saw his mic coming in at an angle. I was going to ask if David on this side picked up one.
No,
or did,
no, man, he was busy chasing teenage son.
I am so far behind on my gas. My gear acquisition syndrome has been
this one is
appropriately
week.
This one is appropriately fixed.
It's coming in today, but
you ordered it too?
No, I haven't. But what's coming in today is the NAN lights. Because,
that's right. You did order the NAN lights. NAN lights are gravy, fam. Something that I didn't tell you at the time because I didn't know myself, but I now know. You got to go order this joint. This is the NAN light remote. It's called the WSRC1. RCC1. It's only like $12, but this thing is the change gamer. Oh, because look, I'll show you. When you forget to turn on your lights, then you go like that, and all of a sudden, your room is extra perps. You see?
This is intentional. It's intentional.
You know how you do it when you plan for success? Thank you, Ms. D. Thank you for the cover, yo. So yeah, it's only like $12, but you're gonna need one because this will allow you to sit over there and be like, and just press buttons and do things. So
or get the Sony remote so you don't have to keep going back and forth around like a maniac with short arms.
RMT DSLR2 will cost you $19 if you have
know how
dinosaur
long I've
arms.
had that thing on a list, and I'm just like, no, I'm fine. I don't.
I
And
feel
every
you
time
though,
it's like,
Ms.
can you
D.
hold this? Can you hold this? Can you hold this? And then next thing you know, ZVE 10 drops. $6.98, no problem. $12 for a remote, and I'm like, I don't know.
Dude, do it all the time. Like, even I was telling you yesterday, I am blessing up my remote kit because we got a bunch of traps coming up, right?
That's
and
true.
I just want to freshen up my little merce, right? I got a bag. It's my camera go bag. Whenever I go somewhere to do anything travel wise, all the tech is in that bag. It's not the same as my camera bag where there's camera equipment, things like this. The go bag goes anywhere where I'm going, where my tech is going, right? We're talking like random dongles for this, that, and the next thing. We're talking like the HDMI adapter. That's a dongle. The Ethernet adapters. We're talking like extra lavalier mic just in case I need to do something on my phone and it's too noisy. I can just plug this into my phone with said dongle, and then now I got a what you call that joint? The iMic or the Deity. Just click it on there real quick. Oh, what's that thing? Derek's going to kill me. iRig Lav. There we go.
iRig Lav.
Yeah. Like, man, Derek was nice enough to send me that, and I forgot what the hang is called. Sorry, Derek. So I got like a bunch of little things like that, SD card backups, toothpicks. What I showed Ms. D yesterday, probably the best hack, which I want everybody to do. First of all, if you're in this game, you need gaffer's tape. What I do is take one of my ink pens and my Sharpie, and I wrap about 2 foot gaffer's tape around the pen, so it's in my bag. Because if you ever out and about, you need to tape something real quick. Lavalier won't stay. Small boobs, lavalier won't stay. Just sorry, man, we gotta tape this on real quick. Band-aids for taping things like that, pasties for taping things, or toupee tape. All of that stays in this little bag.
Technically, you don't want to have to use gaffer's tape on somebody's chest, even though it will come off, but you want to. Okay, so in place of that, said things for mics, use toupee tape.
But see, it's funny when you're a bald guy and you order toupee tape, people have some kind of feelings about you. When you're a blessedly follicated female with nice curls and nobody even think about it. Oh, it must be for her dad, or it must be for her streaming partners. Both of them fools is bald.
Right? Would you like to order this as a gift? No, it's for me.
Could I get one?
You mean duct tape's not good for lavalier mics?
No, David, that's for your hostages.
You know what's funny about that? People actually you still will see those videos. Oh, all you gotta do is some duct tape, and I'm like, do you know people that have like hair on their chest or sensitive skin, and everybody's sitting in an ER just like, so what's that unique? What did you run into something? Oh, it's duct tape.
Well, not only that, the adhesive on duct tape can cause folks to break out, where the adhesive on things like toupee tape is medical, so it's not really the same. I don't even know how to spell toupee. What the heck am I? I'm trying to find it for folks, but I can't spell it.
T-O-U-P-E-E? T-O-U-P-E-E. It's by
T-O-U-P-E-E.
Dang, that's funny.
Yeah.
if you happen to know,
got some Tupi tape.
Tupi tape. There you go, gang. This is what Ms. D is talking about, and this is very good to have for, especially these small little joints right here.
I get the top stick. Yeah, I used to. The reason why I get the top stick one is because it comes already
pre-cut.
In the pre-cut strips, and it's even cut in half again. And honestly, for what you wind up needing for a lapel microphone underneath your shirt, or even if it's going to be taped somewhere out of sight or whatever, you really only need half of that. So a quarter of what that is. It saves you a long time. I think I bought this sometime last year.
They said it's a limited edition.
I've never heard of that before.
I'm like, yo, I just got to check. Man, I don't want no business card, man. I'm trying to see what is limited edition tubes tape.
That's the one charge funny. Karen is going to be like, what the hell are you doing? What's going on in the office?
Check this out. Okay, your selected delivery location, like they can't send toupee tape to Hawaii. What in the exact hang is that?
Meanwhile, in St. Louis, you can have this by tomorrow.
Yeah, because all the deacon cut over there. That's
you ain't lying. St. Louis is probably the biggest market just for the deacon's cut. Just trying to help folks out.
Go ahead and add it. I just find it funny that, yo, I need one of these, yo. Check this out. Wig with the stash. Oh, gosh. It's on like Donkey Kong.
What were you saying, David? Let's bring this.
I was
this weekend, let's go shopping.
I was going to tell the audience, we're kind of light right now. Kevin, Kim, SK, y'all go tell. We're going to drop some serious scoopage on this live stream about.
Man, when you say that, it sounds like a Lauryn Hill lyric about to defecate on the microphone.
Gosh.
Hey, that was Lauryn Hill's hottest line back in the day. Then she got, she got bars. Anyway, gang, so there's a lot of stuff happening in the space, this here go round. So we wanted to talk about some of that stuff. And yeah, David, first of all, welcome back. And make sure you go ahead and order your little, what do you call this thing, Ms. D? The Elgato low pro microphone.
Yeah, I saw that arm, and I was like, man, that looks.
I mean, we might as well just bring it up real quick for those that don't.
After you get it, though, we got to show you the customized hat we came up with, which is like magic. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
I saw something where you had like stacks of something on your arm, desk attachment. Is that it?
Oh no, that's a different one. I put cardboard. Okay. I put cardboard under there so I don't mess up my desk because I didn't want to scratch the desk, right? So let me go over here to this real quick.
We wouldn't want the bottom of that desk to be scratched.
Oh, you know how we do. This is highfalutin, like Costco. Yeah. What do you call it?
Oh man,
that's the sound arm. Where the heck is the microphone? Here we go.
It was hidden for a minute. It's like it took a while to find it, and I just don't know what that was about. But this is the new LP.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job with this one, and actually having it. It is finally one of those things that works as advertised and is as great out of the box as a plain just freaking crop dust over the house. It is as great as they say it is and advertise it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Diana Gladdy just coming to the mic. Go ahead and zoom right on by.
Bro, we haven't had one for a while.
What's the hack? What's the hack?
So
the secret hack.
You see in this photo right here how they have the integrated mic channel, which is fantastic, right? But there's nothing that actually holds the cable to the bottom. When you put the cable in, the cable kind of want to jump out, right?
Gotcha.
And I guess it depends. Some cables will be thick enough.
Toupee tape.
At the very very bottom, there is some little indents down in here, and I guess if your cable is the right thickness, it would work. But what me and Ms. D found out is that if you also listen to us and order Ulanzi ball heads,
or the quick claws,
the quick claws.
Either one of those.
That's what I meant to say. The foam that comes in there is of the perfect thickness to hold the mic cable down. It's like magic.
So what was it? So yeah, yesterday when we were setting up. It was trying to figure out, and it's like we were talking about it. And so it is the magnetic clip, like so these clip in and it's very well done. And so the only problem is, like, if you just have the traditional XLR cable, it's nothing to like wedge it and hold it down. And I respect them not wanting to put plastic clips in there, because that would just be something that everybody complains about, that either isn't the right size or breaks off too easily. Well, I've moved my arm like ridiculously when it came in, just testing that out and stuff like that. And it doesn't come out, but I can see it kind of like shimmying itself and moving it around, but just to hold it more secure. So what we did was we took the foam, perfect density, perfect size, and very clean, if you will, and we just cut it to shape and wedged it in between the space, and it holds it down perfectly. So just 2 little pieces at either end, and it holds it down perfectly.
It's kind of amazing.
Did y'all do a how-to video on this yet?
No, because then that requires they got to order they got to order a cloth to get that exact right foam. Hey, but you know what? It's kind of, you know what else I thought about, Ms. D, which would be a semi-permanent solution, but not really permanent. At the Home Depot, you can get a can of spray foam, right? And so what this is
and just
for?
fill it in.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it before. It's in whenever you do taxidermy, right? You know, when you stuff the animals so they be in your desk, like you there's a can of this stuff that's made for like plumbing, but it's basically the same as taxidermy foam. It's a 2-part thing in a can. When you shake it up, it comes out. It looks a little bit like yellow whipped cream, and then in about 60 seconds, it becomes hard as a rock.
Oh,
but
yeah, I know what
it's similar to in the bottom
like
of a flower vase. If you get a flower arrangement, it has that little foam brick at the bottom. That's
no, you know what? For that one, as soon as you said that, so hashtag anybody that's ever had to do anything set up at church for anything, and you have to move that crap around, and you get those little foam pieces of it either over time disintegrating or whatever. So honestly, and to be honest with you, for the one reason, that alone, I would not do it. And then 2, if I did anything, I would probably glue the little foam blocks to the top part of the magnetic strip, just so no matter what cable I do, it consistently just pushes it down.
Goes back in the same spot.
Space.
Yeah, so this stuff,
if anything,
this stuff is not going to crumble, because this is slightly different from the flour stuff, though. This is known as great stuff, is literally what it's called. It's the funniest name in the business. And it's dope, because once it's hardened, you could just simply take a small knife and then trim it to size, but this will never flake. You know, this stuff is super, super, super good. And so what it would do is it would just hold it down in the bottom there. And if you ever need to pull it out, you could just literally stab it with 2 toothpicks and pull it right out. Because it's not going to stick, but it would make a nice way to just leave it in there. But yeah, this stuff is pretty cool. Anyway, but I like what we did. I like what we, what the heck did I just do? Good Lord, dog. Yo,
Today.
I just broke everything. You know what it was?
Today.
I had my little scrolly wheel thing going, and I spun it, and I brought the mouse back. Oh, that's crazy. All right, I bet you.
Command Shift B. Or
no, it won't. It won't work in this particular case. I'm gonna have to fix this.
It's Command Shift broke now.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I straight broke this, and I gotta fix it now. That's pretty hilarious.
That's what happens when you get that infinity wheel scroll thing that just keep going.
That's exactly what it is, the infinity wheel scroll thing. And then
Meanwhile, so if for those of you that didn't order the Elgato LP desk arm, it's only on their website. So
okay,
they're so
I think
busy.
it's still just like Elgato.com. So the biggest problem with that, David, was that they sold out. Like we were on the stream talking about it. We were reviewing the footage and stuff. We did it. We did our Thursday stream, and then we went and talked about it in the group so we could watch and do like a watch party together.
Because they launched it while we were live.
Right. So we went immediately, watched it afterwards. David, when I tell you, like we ordered it while we were still watching it, because like we were instantly like, yeah, it fits our needs. We want it. We got it. Right. Like within an hour or 2, they were completely sold out.
It was kind of crazy. It was borderline insane. Like they sold
it was like,
out.
Yeah, because by the time India finished pretending to work like Tommy from Martin, by the time she finished, like just that split second of, I'll check it out in a minute, blah blah blah. By the time that time came, it was like they're sold out. So it's very interesting, but it was a very well done. You know how sometimes you'll watch, like, I'm not sure, like, if you ever watch, well, David, I could just ask you, do you watch any kind of like announcement videos, product stuff when they're doing those presentations and all that?
Apple. I do watch
Apple. Okay, so they're a good example. They're a good example of like doing it well. So usually, sometimes you see companies that don't do it so well. Elgato, you can tell like they really put some thought to kind of mimic that Apple model-esque type vibe, and they did a really good job. It was actually well done, and I like the thing I loved the most was that they had a lot of people from other countries, other creators from all over. So it would be subtitles and stuff at the bottom because not everyone spoke English, and I love that the most. They just had creators from all over. So they launched a few different things, but the Mike Arms surprisingly was like the star of the show, in my opinion.
Right. Awesome.
It's pretty crazy. And
I'm ordering it as you're talking.
Yeah. It's funny. Some of the other stuff like sold out in minutes. Anyway, before we get too far down the chain, let's talk about something that I think everybody who watches our show should probably go and check out like ASAP real quick. Of course, I was going to try to hiccup right when I said that. So YouTube has updated their creator page, right? YouTube.com/creator. So I always tell people, you're going out to the internet, you're watching all the experts tell you what can do, and folks are telling you things about algorithms and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, before you do that, how about you go do the Creator Academy? Oh, no, that's too hard, right? It takes too much time. But then they were like, I'm trying, my channel's not growing. And I'm like, well, because sometimes the people that are giving you advice or the video that you're watching is old. YouTube is forever updating things, right? This is their job. They're forever updating things, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. So what they want to do is kind of put a kibosh on some of that misinformation, because what happens, there are people who go out and buy a course on how to be dope on YouTube, right? And then you take this course and it doesn't work. And then they complain to YouTube like, yo, I'm doing all of this and I'm doing that and blah, blah, blah. And then YouTube is like, yeah, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. We don't do that. Well, no, but the algorithm, I'm trying to, algorithm and blah, blah, blah. It's like, we don't discuss the algorithm in public. So any information you got about the algorithm is pure speculation. Nah, man, I bought this course. It was like $3,000 and yang, yang, yang. And YouTube is like, listen, we got Creator Academy. We tell you what we are looking for freaking verbatim. If you follow what we say, our recipe, because it's us. If Debbie Fields tells you how to make chocolate cookies, you don't go, oh, but my cousin has said, if you put a little black pepper in your cookies, they taste better. It's a true story. It will taste better. You know what I mean? Like YouTube literally tells you the answer in Creator Academy, right? So this page right here, they're trying to get creators to come here and pay attention. There's full information, everything you need to know about shorts. People will go into every single stream, including ours, asking, hey, if you're in shorts, should you do this and should you do that? And we can answer for what we know. But reality is, take your butt to youtube.com/creators and look. They tell you the freaking answer right here. So one of the things I want to show you is this particular section right here. This was written by Kirk Nugent, How Things Work. It tells you how to make money. It tells you their policy and guidelines. It tells you exactly how to grow your channel the way they want. It talks about their programs and initiatives, and it tells you how to build community. Like, it is all there. They are straight up giving you the freaking answers. And they got all of the resources, tell you how to connect with other creators, how you can tweet Team YouTube on the internet if you need some help. Everyone's like, oh, they won't do this. Here's how to email folks. Here's their community forum. Like, everything is in here.
You know what the biggest problem with this is?
People got to read.
Here's the funny. No. Here's the funny part. Technically, if most of them have Macs, you can highlight it, right click, and it will read it for you out loud. I do that a lot of times. You click on the speech, and then click on Start Speaking, and it would read to you what's on the screen. So if anybody you need to read something, but you need to do something else, and you want to listen to it, I do that all the time. And so it's like the other thing is, though, the biggest problem with this is that, and here's the funny part, I've gone through this myself, and I consistently go and watch through this. Most people won't believe that this to be true because it's from YouTube, and it's the same. They're so used to, oh, well, they're probably lying about whatever, or they probably don't want to tell you or, you know, it's always the something of what's being forgotten. And the honest fact is they didn't leave anything out.
Nope.
They're not telling you anything. It's to their benefit for you to know how things to work, for you to actually have success in doing it. And then you draw more people to the platform and stuff like that. So, or to become a creator. So what's the point of them lying about it? It's just, it's very interesting. Most people won't believe it.
Here it is, Miss D. Guess how they make their money, people? Okay? Like, this is how they legit make their loot. Okay, so let me fix this because it's a little high. It's not going to show it. Never mind. Ooh, you did not just do that. Dang it. I'm going to kick Alex in the face. That happened to me again. So here we go. YouTube reports $7 billion in ad revenue, and Shorts generates 15 billion views a day. Folks, they got no reason to lie to you about how to use their system. They are growing like any other business. They want more customers. They want more eyeballs on the platform, whatever. And they are rushing it right now with a capital K. Like, rushing it. They are working the standard broadcast television industry right now. Like, absolutely murderifying it. So when they tell you this is what we want, just listen. They done got no reason to lie to you. Oh, they hiding my views. The algorithm don't like me because I'm black. I don't know. I hear all kind of crazy stuff. And it's like, bruh, none of the above could possibly be feasible because it doesn't make sense. Like, what business would ruin their own chances? I don't get folks.
Yeah, I want to just put this out there. Totally different, random. This is why you should not order things while on a live stream. If I paid with the wrong PayPal account, I'll fix it all after the live stream. I was like, where the hell's that address coming from? That's an old address. That ain't right. So my order might get kicked back.
Arms right there.
Man, I guess we gonna be in the middle of the street. They be like,
just hold on your purchases, David. We got some more. Definitely got some more gear to cover after these social updates. So you might want to make all your purchases all at once when we done.
What was the other one I was going to tell you folks about? Well, actually, Ms. D had brought this one to the table, so I think this is a good one to talk about as well. Instagram is out here planning to pay $1 billion in creator incentives.
Mm-hmm.
What that means, folks, is get paid.
Exactly. And so it's even if you go live for 15 minutes.
Win this shit.
You know what's funny? I had an idea for another vlog therapist thing.
Oh, she's freaking awesome. She's gold. You should cash in on her. I'm telling you right now. Vlog therapist went on vacation because her clients are stressful. But it's Instagram has decided to pay creators. They're trying to figure out their vein of how to do this and how that this is going to work. The biggest way to do that is quick incentives. So last month there was an initiative where if you would go live for 15 minutes, you get so much money. You go live for 30 minutes, you get so much money. And it's like compound interest. It's constantly adding the longer that you go live, upwards to an hour. Because they wanted more people to go live to the platform. Now, you do need to make sure that your Instagram account is set to a creator account. Some professional accounts may see this as well, but I've mostly seen it like on that creator account, and you just go to your settings and you go to at the bottom, and you'll be able to change that. Now, what is happening now this month, I'm seeing upwards of $500, just like quick hits of, you posting reels and things like that, because they need to push the attention there. Just solely giving reach is something that is like something that they have to do anyway. But people are looking like, if I'm getting paid on TikTok, if I'm getting paid on YouTube, why do I need to come over here and do this? And they're like, okay, we will pay you. Only problem with that is YouTube is saying, we'll pay you more. So it is the battle of the vertical video formats, and the greatest selling commodity right now is attention. And so if you are not creating vertical content, I do not know what you are waiting on further. Like, and here's the funny thing about this. Who cares if the people that are around you, or that you see, or that you don't know anybody, maybe even personally,
that is had success with it. I knew 0 people that had success with YouTube, yet here I am. You know what I'm saying? So don't be waiting and looking. Well, I don't see nobody. Go be the somebody.
Be the body.
So
right.
yeah, go be the body.
I am somebody.
Right. So I just think it's interesting. It's a lot of money to be made, and I think there's more to come.
It's crazy because it's just growing at like a clip, and like you said, they're competing for each other. They're all competing for eyeballs. So yeah, it's kind of pure insanity, like what they're doing, and TikTok is working to get creators paid. Instagram is doing stuff to get creators paid. They've added all kind of like badges and things like that. Like, YouTube is working on this other shorts fund that they're doing where they are basically sending, they're giving out anywhere from $100 to $10,000 for shorts, depending on engagement and whatnot, what have you. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Diana, on the creator, I just went to change my Instagram to creator, but for my category, they don't have like King of the World as a category. So what should I choose?
You got to add that yourself. You just got to change your title. It's just in your bio. No.
Thank you. That's why I'm asking you.
No, but that's the thing. It's like, so if you're looking to leverage this, the thing that I would suggest is get an education on Instagram. And if you aren't consuming Instagram account, this is generally for everyone. If you aren't consuming Instagram account, go do that. If I'm like, so right now, this month, you'll probably see a tremendous amount of content on my personal channel. You'll see a lot of YouTube shorts. And the thing is that if you are going to, and I say this all the time, but if you are going to post or be on a platform, go consume and be on that platform. I was sharing a story with Doc, and this Lim and I, we all got to talking about it, is a story that it started with a YouTube short. I was consuming YouTube shorts, and next thing I know, I see this guy on an excavator swinging around this chick on a rope. She gets frustrated. She's like, you play too much, puts her down. It's just like a group of, 20-somethings that are hanging out on this whatever beach, excavator in the middle of this, like, it's not even a river or lake or nothing, just sitting in some water or whatever. Next thing you know, guy gets on, starts swinging them. Next thing you know, he gets flicked with this excavator arm and smack dab right into the side of the excavator arm. Falls over, hanging literally by his foot. Everybody runs, camera cuts, it winds up being like part of this creator's documentary series of how he was doing stuff for attention, just trying to get the click or whatever. Now, this guy has probably like 3-6 million subscribers already or what have you on YouTube or whatever, but it's just like that constant push for attention. Well, he slams into the excavator arm. Now he has probably more or less permanent brain damage and permanent eye damage, and possibly losing an eye from this accident that was for fun, playing around, trying to do something to make a cool video. And so I share that story not to get off into per se the story, but to understand, like, when you think about the social behavior of how people are creating content, YouTube Shorts is making its lane. It's not going away. So whether this is Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or TikTok, if you are going to be there, start consuming, because how you more or less are probably consuming content, because it led me right back to their channel, not a separate channel. And I talked about this on the Social Media Examiner talk show. It's like at some point people are like, oh, make a separate channel, because no, it's like I'm putting my stuff on my channel. Why? Because more or less, I'm like, the social behavior is going to be come find the regular stuff or come find the full video kind of a deal. And true to form, that's what's happening. So with Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and this is, and maybe, I'm telling you, Vlog Therapist is just freaking genius. I think, at least for me, it like is entertaining, is valuable. It hits all the points for me. Could you, and maybe y'all answered this already, and if you did, I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask it anyways because I've been gone most of the summer. Can you take that content, since they're all shorts and they're all kind of, can you take the identical content across all platforms? Produce content
You
for
can.
Instagram,
I wouldn't.
and then, okay.
Imagine,
so here's the
imagine
thing.
spitting game to all girls with the exact same lens.
So here's the thing, though. Attention works equally across the platforms? Are you gaining their attention to stop their scroll? And are you gaining their attention to cause a form of engagement? If the piece does that, I would say yes. However, if just simply like not everything is, for example, getting cross-posted at the exact same time, because then that means there's no point when they are going to YouTube to consume YouTube and they see a short. They're not necessarily seeing the same thing. Yeah. So it's like to an extent you can, but at the same time,
I'm not
it's like
talking
you gotta
about
know
the same users. Let's just assume they're different users on different.
I'm saying
platforms.
I'm specifically speaking to the content. Like you got a piece of vertical content. You're putting it. Yes. So here's the thing. Some pieces of content that you may create are universally fine to post across platforms because yes, not everyone that follows you on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, like some, you don't have, those are like your diehard fans more or less that just follow you everywhere. There are some people that maybe only will find you where they prefer to receive content. So, so that's one thing. However, if you are always doing that, then that could be, problematic as you start to, expand. And specifically to the point, YouTube, as well as TikTok, as well as Instagram, the point of them,
Instagram one.
yeah, as far as them posting the what and the who, they want unique content for their platform. That's the goal.
Gotcha.
So they want you to be using the stuff that's in app for their specific stuff. And so the way that you can kind of leverage that, what I've been testing, and some things work and some things don't work as well, is like you need to make a bare bones, like the baseline of it. So we'll make a video. It has no music per se. It has no elements to it maybe, and we'll add the text and we'll add the music on that platform where it goes over there. So it is slightly different. But if it's like tips content or whatever, the way I'm circulating content is like just about, for most of it, they won't see everything at the same time. However, I just think if you're making unique content or whatever, think about what makes sense to post where, and then just do that. It is It's not just a
just
make
curious,
one piece posted everywhere. Yeah, for sure.
Well, see, pay attention to this. Like not YouTube. Man, see, y'all done messed me up. These Instagram folks right here, not you, lady. Instagram is telling you specifically how the algorithm works because everybody be talking spicy, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's
so
huge.
as you go through here, and it tells you how they rank in like the whole 9 yards, right? So it says in order to determine which reels to show you, we consider how likely you are to. Sorry, I jumped. My bad. They're telling you how likely you are to, like, come on, switch player, switch. Here we go. Watch the reel all the way, like it, say it was entertaining and funny, or go to the audio page and make your own reel. So like if people are like taking your reel and adding other reels, like that sort of works, right? Then you go over here, it says the most important signals, roughly in order, are the activity, and when it looks like things that you like or commented on, and how they were engaged, that you have engaged with recently, right? And so your history of interacting with them and the person who posted it. So again, if they coming back for your content is going to work. And information about the reel, like the audio track, the video, this is how they know, like, what people are watching, like the frames and things like that, right? So if you go to the next one, it says they will avoid recommending reels for reasons like low resolution or watermarked reels.
Low resolution.
You know what I'm saying? And reels that focus on political issues, right? And reels that are made by political figures, parties, or government officials on their behalf. So, in other words, if you are taking your TikTok reels because you lazy and you just throw it up there, Instagram is telling you point blank, no, we ain't fitting to show that. You might see a couple that leak through as they tighten the algorithm out, but if you understand anything, and I don't want you to become Joe Foner about this, but go understand what is machine learning, right? Go understand what is AI learning. You don't even need a full course. You could take the Hank Green, Evelyn Wood speed reading course version to just get an understanding of how computers get smarter with their own algorithms and self-adjust. So all of the tricks that you're using to try to quote unquote rank the algorithm, the programmers don't necessarily even have to reprogram it. Like, it can learn and adjust itself accordingly. So it'd be like, David keeps sending me the same TikTok reels, so we're just going to send that fool to the back of the bus.
Yeah, this is, in my opinion, massive because search engines and social media platforms and stuff don't typically disclose their algorithms because obviously people will, if they're smart, they're going to do what the platform tells you to do, and then they're going to have everybody up at the top kind of vying. But to me, it's like this is huge, especially for Instagram, which could be they may be disclosing to get obviously more users to their platform and stuff, when they're competing with TikTok.
Actually, if everybody was more transparent about their algorithms, you'd probably have less snakes out here trying to jack stuff. But Joel, to your point, I think your point is extremely important. Joel says, it seems like YouTube Shorts are stylistically different than TikTok videos, and uptake may depend on code switching to that audience. He says he's not sure about it, but I think you're right, bro.
So here's the thing. So as a person that's creating and using and like has analytical data for YouTube Shorts specifically, again, the meat and potatoes more or less is the same. And you'll see a couple things. And I think honestly, just because most creators are not new to YouTube for the very first time ever, they already had a channel. So the problem that's happening for most of them is trying to figure out what fits for like their channel and what should they do with their shorts and stuff. Because again, you got to think the thing that was being said to do is create a second channel, whereas now it's just like, oh, sorry, it's like you probably should have posted that on your current channel. So you still have some creators that are confused. However, if you look natively to the people that are, and that's the thing, like you have to spend time in the application or in that part of the application and start really consuming YouTube Shorts to really see how it is, because the engagement is still more or less the same. But again, what they go back to, just like I literally just got a comment on TikTok from a TikTok video that I just posted, and they're saying, do you have a YouTube channel? Because there's nothing for them to go back to. Whereas when I post a YouTube short, either you are already subscribed, or like I see like one that I posted last night, it just jumped up out of nowhere because it hit like I'm used to it doing after about an hour or so, and then it takes off. Now it's ranking #1 across all of my YouTube shorts because of how people consume. So you have to understand that like some of how you may see some of your favorite creators using YouTube shorts still may not be proper. So, but if you are actually consuming shorts, it's the same flow of I accept this video and I want to watch it and engage with it, or I don't, because they also understand when you click on the comment to go just read comments, because that is a behavior, vertical video behavior that's now triggered if you're coming from TikTok, or just because of your regular how you do stuff, you want to engage with it. So the video will pause. So, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like if you have to spend time in this app to understand how this stuff works.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the most intriguing thing to me about what Instagram exposed, it was number 4, was, obviously we've known for a long time that engagement is really important on your content. If you're going to produce content, the algorithms focus on likes, comments, subscribes, sharing, any type of engagement, even if it was negative at times. Correct. Engagement was good. Now, they've added that 4th caveat in there that to me just blows the frickin' doors open, which is if someone goes and starts, if you inspire someone to go and create content in the form of Instagram Reels because they got inspired from yours.
Shareable Reels.
That's huge.
I mean, what they call it, remix, right? Is it called remix?
It's remix on YouTube. It's remix on Instagram
and duet.
It's a stitch. Or here's the thing. Actually, it's a couple things now. It's the create button to use the sound from anybody's video on YouTube. Straight. Or it is remix, and you can use the sound on Instagram, and you can use the sound and you can stitch it on TikTok. And I've had this happen before, and it does make a difference.
Yeah, I think if so, like a few years ago, a friend of mine was
asked me to say some MC rhymes, and I said these rhymes I'm about to. Sorry, a few years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some
a few
MC
years
rhymes.
ago. A friend of mine was writing an RV book, and they were putting it on Amazon. So we came out with this launch strategy, which was pretty simple. We knew engagement was huge. So we created a private Facebook group. You know, I think we had a minimum of 100 people in there, but it wasn't like thousands. But it was 100 committed people who were agreed to do A, B, C, D, E. When the book launched, they downloaded it, they got it, they 5-star reviewed it, they did all the engagement things, which shot it up to the top of the charts. Well, when I look at this, you could easily take this Instagram Reels thing and do something very similar. So if you're producing content, but
you
you're
mean
not
make a book
really,
like this?
Yeah, I got my book in, and you are signing it. Diana.
That's basically it.
I don't know if I'm gonna bring it to you and do it.
So
I had
you
the
can do
shameless
this
plug,
on
Ms. D.
Instagram. You can do this on Instagram. We have a
but you know, to be
community
honest
of,
with you,
supporting. Yeah,
that's what happened, David. That's exact. So here's the thing. So when we launched the book, and first of all, shout out to Ross Brand and all the incredible work that him and his team did as well. When we launched this book, it was myself, 99 other creators putting in, each of us doing like a chapter, what have you. So
Right.
you have to think now, whatever your reach is, times 100,
Yeah.
because it's even he himself. So now you have everybody, again, putting this kind of stuff on Instagram, seeding, leading forward, talking about it in a story or a short or the whatever, or people asking for a DM or it's like, where can I get it or what have you? And yes, plugging it back to the community. So just with a smaller, it instantly hit, what was it, bestseller in 15 categories. 15 different categories across Amazon. So you absolutely, you know what I'm saying, correctly what you're saying, for sure.
Instagram just gave you the recipe to do this. So if you have any type of audience and or community at all, and you put this strategy together, and it's not rocket science, they just gave you the strategy. You know, I'm going to put this video out. I'm going to commit to X number of content being produced. Here's, like it, engage it, share it. If you are not a creator and you want to build an Instagram channel, here is your chance.
Yep.
Create off of this with this number 4 and just start rolling into it, because they're going to prioritize and see, oh, this content that Diana's, not only are they liking and sharing it, but she's getting more people to use our platform. Holy shit, we're bumping them up,
Yeah.
They're going to the tops of the algorithm and stuff.
What's interesting, David? Yeah. Shout out to the Video Simplified podcast. You go to videosimplifiedpodcast.com. What's interesting is that for everybody that, again, everybody feel, well, oh man, I got to do this over here and blah, blah, blah. Okay, guess what? You can just pick where your people are. Look, you can kill all the noise, pick where your people are and go there. And you think about where's your primary pillar content going to be, and then where's your associative and related content going to post. Now, when you also consider that, what's interesting is that, like I was sharing this on Social Media Examiner, is that for vertical video format, YouTube had this a very long time ago when they announced that you could upload vertical videos from your phone. Everybody, I don't want to do that. It's 1920 or die. And just like, okay, well.
Right.
And so they had it and they were like,
Me too,
never
Doc,
mind,
I'm over here.
sorry.
I'm double-handed.
Sorry, listen, exactly. It's like, if it ain't land sideways, I don't want it. It's like, okay, sorry.
Screw portrait.
And then Instagram, it's funny because everybody tried it, but they weren't enough. They weren't enough to just be full on with it. Instagram drivers like, hey, we got stories. It's like, okay, cool that they snatched from Snapchat. And then they're like, IGTV, anyone? You can't turn it 1920 or die. And it's like, okay, sorry. Well, it's here if you want it, though. TikTok said, come to death row. Come to death row.
You tired of people trying to turn your video sideways in your music video?
Not always turning your phone sideways. Yeah. Come to death row. So now what's funny is TikTok has put every last one of them on their butts about it. And now they like, oh,
that's what Joel said.
We need to now do something about this. So what's interesting that you'll see is that you can do and get access to all these different things. Even TikTok is talking about, like, I know Doc wanted to bring and talk about the stories. Like TikTok is talking about introducing stories. They've already kind of rolled it out in like beta, more or less.
She be with them segues like a professional. A professional. So yes, Miss D is correct. They said confirmed today. It's not even thinking about no more. They legit said they finna do it, and this is cool. Hey, I just noticed this, and I'll get back. I just pulled the David Blackman all of a sudden. Verge has been doing this for a couple of months now, and it's pretty rad. If, like Miss D was saying, if you want to hear an article because you can't quite read it, but you need to read it, they got listen to this article, and you just press a little button, and then it
coming to my blog.com. We already working on it. Yeah. Not even joking.
It's pretty cool
because it's just good. It's just good.
It's just good. Yeah, it's absolutely good. It's like boom. So you're like, listen. So you just basically audiobook read your things and put it on there.
Yeah, I mean, but to be honest with you, I'm so pro tip here because we was talking about this before. I was talking about I recorded my Leap into Live presentation. I was like, man, I really could be a voiceover person and just like read books and just do that.
You just need to do alarm clocks on Fiverr. Be like, hey, this is Miss D. I'm gonna need you to get up. Look, man, do not make me. Oh, get your ass out of bed. Like, yo, it would be legit.
But no, it's like, so I was thinking about it. So I'm using that, adding the audio to the blog post as a way to start building my vocal muscles in preparation for reading my audiobook. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's a legit thing. But to TikTok's point though, with the stories, because people want to engage, live streams are really fun on TikTok. Surprisingly enough, live streams are really fun on TikTok, but there's no way for that daily engagement with your favorite creators without waiting for them to post at least once per day. So, and at least once per day is just like, I guess I'll watch this a couple times or watch the old stuff because you want more. So I think this is going to be super smart and very good for TikTok.
Well, even the stories is cool because it allows you to do stuff that you don't have to leave there forever for people to make fun of, like India's dancing. So, it's, I mean, what these guys are doing.
What makes it funner? What makes it fun, Diana, just out of curiosity? TikTok Live.
Because of, a couple things. I've watched video game plays, which are super fun and interactive because it's kind of like being at your friend's house growing up or whatever, and you're watching the game together, or they are playing video games, and you like, oh, watch out. So they are seeing your comments and stuff in real time, and it is just like one big, fun, interactive community kind of a deal. And so it's this one young lady. She's, I don't know, she gotta be like 20 something or whatever, black young lady. And she's sitting there and she's playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Now it's like, everybody's seen this game. If you're into gaming, then you already know how amazing Rockstar is. Yeah. It's like, she'd be like, oh, I didn't even see that. It's like, no, if you go back, you get whatever. So it's interactive because it's almost like we're playing with her to an extent, kind of a deal. And so you have different things that pop up on screen, whether you give like, kind of like super chats and stuff. And so that's an aspect. However, there's also other aspects for, like I've seen news type of content. So if there is something that's going on in your space, and I believe that this is probably through something like an OBS, Streamlabs OBS, or something kind of like that, to where they're able to feed in their regular stuff to do it that way. Similar to how you see some people doing Instagram lives, kind of like from their cameras and desktops or whatever.
Right.
But they format it for vertical so that, again, we're capturing that news real-time content with them. And this is one of the times I actually don't mind them like shooting from a camera or, using some kind of setup like that, because we're actively engaging in real time with what's being talked about. And when you're done, you go back to your regularly scheduled program with one swipe and you're back to consuming the stuff that you like. So for the platform's performance, it is high octane, nonstop dopamine hits with every swipe of more of the things that you want. Even when you come across a live stream, it does not feel like a distraction from what you're wanting to experience there, which is different than YouTube. Very different.
That makes sense. I think one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, and it's funny because parents are sometimes somewhat hypocritical. It's kind of funny. Parents like, I don't understand why the kids just sit there and watch other people play video games. Like, it don't make no sense to me or whatever. And I'm like, really though? And they're like, yeah. I go, man, when we used to go to the pizza thing, right? And then I'll be just killing Berserker or Galaga, And then me and my boys is just like whipping that game. Yo, we would have a crowd. Even when we
Galaga,
got to
bro. It's Galaga.
Galaga. All right, it's Galaga.
I say Galaga.
I'll take Galaga, but I just anyway.
David,
I was
I'm
being
glad you
bougie.
said something. I wasn't brave enough to say something. I'm like, is there another game that I'm not old enough
No,
to know
no,
about?
that's right.
Like, just mind my business.
The other thing, even when, even prior, like in the middle, right? You go anywhere, and there was a really good Dance Dance Revolution player. It was on
Hell,
like
you
Donkey
watching.
Kong, right?
Yeah,
When we used to play
exactly.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong was the game,
Dude.
Everybody and their grandma was watching.
One of my
They didn't know
best
how to
friends
get
in
past
high
the
school,
levels.
a guy named Gary Bartowski, one of my best friends in high school, wrote the original How to Beat Pac-Man book while we were still in high school, because Gary would come to the machine, and if you wanted to play, you better hope you got there before he got there. He would put in 1 quarter and loop the points. In a single quarter, he could loop the points. And back then, 999,999 points was like unheard of. The machine didn't know what to do. And so that was part of the fun, because on a single quarter, he would just whip that game. And then Miss Pac-Man came out, and then he immediately, talk about doubling down on content that was working, immediately figured it out, wrote the next book. And, it's funny because people used to stand around a pizza parlor to come watch this kid. Dude, let's back up. Let's back all the way the heck up. Our grandparents, our parents did that. You know how we know? Because they wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. John plays a mean pinball. He's a pinball wizard. Come on, dude. Stop lying. Like, so it's it's different. It's not that it's odd or something else. It happens, bro. It's been around for a long time. I'm just saying. And the same people that say that sit there and watch other people play golf on TV for 4 hours.
Boy, listen. You want the best go to sleep recipe.
Well, if you play golf,
I've played golf.
Golfer,
I actually got what is it on this bookshelf over here is my golf trophy.
Hey,
cool now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I
you
used to
wait. We
love
about
to
to have
watch
the
golf, but
LGL
only
tournament.
when
I'm
I
about to
played.
show you kids some things.
I don't know if I still can swing, but it's from a while ago. But
That's
yeah,
right.
I got a golf
changed my
trophy.
mind. I
up
ain't
there.
being nowhere near her in no dang clubs. I ain't stupid. She was like, Doc, remember that you said on the screen? Pie-out. Oh! No, not good. You're like, 4. Dang.
But no, golf is fun. But it's the same thing, because that is the least amount of active things happening on screen. It's very peaceful. It's a very peaceful, serene. It's very quiet. There's no background music. There's no none of that extra stuff that you would see.
Right.
So it's even to say, so yes, and I'm sure audience retention rates for golf is very high.
I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, gang. So I saved this for the end because otherwise we still be talking about it. So
David, get your card ready.
No, not yet. I had to come and throw some shade.
He said not
because
yet.
I had to come and throw some shade because last week when we was watching all the ZV-E10 reviews from a whole bunch of prominent creators and a whole bunch of people in the space, and even some people that we know, was like, I can't believe Sony releasing another camera with the same old tired 24 megapixel sensor, because why that sensor been around for like 10 years. Why did they make a better sensor? Blah, 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 blah. It's just a bunch of whining and screaming and complaining. And then Canon confirms the R3, the camera that they all been waiting for, will have a 24 megapixel sensor. And so I literally just want to show you this article so I can say, in your face. That's all. That's all I want to say. That's important. It's important statements for the gram, because I've been trying to tell people this whole time, because I don't know, maybe I'm educated, that it has nothing to do with Sony or anybody else. It has to do with science. She blinded me with science. Anyway, this mathematically is what you fit to get out of the sensor, and it's going to take some time to retool new sensors that do more. And do you really need it though? On the real though, like, I mean, everything that you've been watching for the last 10 years that come out of any kind of camera that can be held in the hand has been rocking this sensor. Ain't nobody complained about it thus far. Why are you all of a sudden like, I need more sensor? So unless you have the ability to go get yourself a severely intelligent, like microengineering degree so that you can learn how to get more C into the CMOS, then shut up and just buy what you need when you need to buy it. you donkey.
More C into the CMOS. No comment.
Yeah, I think I have decided, can auto-tune work with like the RCP and stuff? We need to get Doc some auto-tune when he's singing.
There is trash talk buttons, but I never set it up yet. But yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny. Like I watched every one of those videos. When I got to that part of the video, I either wanted to turn it off or I wanted to just tell them in the comments, you want to have a scientific conversation, come at me, bro, because there's not right now the technology in that particular size to pull out any more sense. It's just not. It's just where we at in the future.
I just think it's I want more, I want better. Don't have a rhyme or reason why, or just the amen choir in the back of somebody's channel on the corner, just like, yeah, what they said. No rhyme or reason why, though.
Yeah, it's super funny. It's just super funny. Anyway, it's not going to change. The camera will still sell. The Canonites will go crazy. The Sony people will tell them, stupid. And then, whatever. But it's not that big a deal. But it's just funny how much capitulating there was. And it was coming from the notable Canon fanboys and like, well, whatever. Sony can release whatever. But I'm telling you, this R3 is going to be the truth. Blah, blah, blah. And then they said, you know what, right now I'm going to get my R5 and make some popcorn. I said it.
Where's the, I hadn't used my buttons in so long, I don't even know what the hell they are.
I mean, you know what, I saw, and I talked about this when the ZV-E10 came out, and Jared Poland did the side-by-side with the Canon R5 and the ZV-E10, which we know is like, don't get it twisted on the model and how that camera is made to who it's manufactured for. That is still a 6K sensor that's downsampled into 4K. So a 6K video file that's squeezed into the 4K videos that you're seeing when it comes to the Sony cameras. And the Canon R5
she squeezed it instead of squeezed it.
Yeah, I said squeezed. I'm saying instead of squares. And so, as when you looked at it side by side, I looked at it on my phone. It's like, that don't look right. Went to my computer, still don't look right. And I'm like, this is not adding up per se. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, doing a side by side or what have you. And for one of those times, he's like, so just so you can see and make a decision on what it's like, because usually he's very adamant on what he says about like, oh, and it sucks, or you can see that it's not that great, blah blah blah. He's very quick to make his decisions on, like, he's fine with saying that, and I respect that. But he didn't say anything this time, because I'm like, yeah, that it shouldn't be that close for all the things and how much the R5 costs. It shouldn't be that close in comparison. And I don't know if y'all saw it and if you could tell the difference, but I could not, and that's problematic for $699 versus $3K.
True freaking story, man. This does have me slightly intrigued, even though I have been a little bit off of Tammy's, but now I might go back because this is dope right here. Look, 35 to 150 2.8. They also introduced another 28 to 75 2.8, because more than like, here's what's funny though. Look at this. They put G Master buttons on the side, yo.
Oh, that means it's gonna come to some of their other ones, so that'll be very interesting. Because they also did weather sealing bodies, which before it was optically sharp, no OSS, no optical stabilization, no buttons, no whatever, and everybody's been pleasantly pleased with that. And and the other cool thing with the Tamron lenses, they focus incredibly close, almost to the point of pretty much macro. So that's the other thing that's really awesome about the Tamron lenses. So the fact that they're kind of like, well, we can add this now, we can add that, that's going to be very good and problematic for Sony in a good way, but good for the market and us.
Well, I mean, these are for emails, so hey, but here's what's cool. I don't know why they did this, but hey, I'll take it, because I definitely have situations where I want to change the focus direction. And it has to do with when you are mounting a focus assist, or you have some other type of rigging where rotating it the opposite way would get in the way, right? Also, just happen to be left-handed, right? Whatever. So like, I'm semi-ambidextrous, so I can use both. So I like the fact that on this, you can actually tell the focus ring which way you fit in a turn, which is going to really help with various rigging stuff. And normally with these focus set buttons that you have on the side, you can normally reprogram them to do something else, right? So I would normally use them to do back focus, which is funny because that's sort of what we're getting with the ZV-E10 sort of built in. So again, it's going to be crazy size difference, but you would be able to honestly take one of these, slap them on a ZV-E10, put product defocus button on the side, and use it. Like it's crazy. It's super crazy.
But the lens gonna cost more than the daggone camera.
Hey, well, that's because you have other cameras. I wouldn't buy it just as a lens for that camera.
For
But
sure.
if you have a bunch of different cameras, this might be a decent lens to throw in the arsenal. Then I'm stuck.
No, I take that back. You know why? You know why I say that now? What's going to be funny is the fact that the difference is so many of us, you do have those that are true hybrids. They're doing photography at some points, and they're doing videography as well, like an all-in-one kind of creative resource for different parties, whether that is for a bar mitzvah, it's for a wedding, or whatever the case is. However, when you're looking at the ZV-E10 body, most of them really still more or less like it's still a lot, and nobody really talks about this. A lot of creators still shoot the A6500 for their work and stuff like that. So to have a body that is optimized for video, it's the same sensor, no different. You're still getting all the log profiles and stuff like that. Then, it's like they're getting a body optimized for video. They actually would put a lens like this on there. And if people thinking who would do that?
People that's making money and not watching YouTube. I'm just telling you right now. People making money not watching YouTube would do it. The other reason why a lot of folks would still go to the 6500 is if I need to get 4 matching sets really quickly, I can get 4 6500 bodies super cheap and then throw some pretty decent, like mechanical glass on it and call it a day. What lens is that on the front of that, David?
This one is the
24
to 70.
You need longer
2.8. 24 to 70, 2.8.
The G Master, the Sony?
Yeah, it's the G Master.
Yeah.
Sony.
So the other one that had me tripping, Ms. D, first of all, this thing has a F2 mode, which is kind of incredible as well, right? On the larger size, right? The 35. It does do the float, which I'm a prime leave it one position kind of guy. But still, the gap between 2 and 2.8 isn't large enough, but trust me, on a longie like that, the 2 could come in handy for like sports and things like that. But what I was trying to get to is this. This is crazy. I don't need it at all. But holy good. I told Ms. D yesterday, I'm going to get this lens and I'm going to go out and be like private detective. Hey, man, you want me to get pictures of your wife cheating? Like, I'll just drive around like the movies, had his joint hanging out the car, like
150 to 600 is nuts.
That is crazy. Hey, man, I didn't even know your wife had that birthmark. What birthmark? Oh, my bad. I'm going to just slide these photos under the door.
That's funny.
You're
like,
supposed
hey,
to
girl.
take the pictures, not look at them.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey,
They'd
girl, I
ask you
seen
for
your
an
husband.
evaluative.
I seen your husband at the Piggly Wiggly
No.
with his other kids. Yo, you don't even know. That lens is nuts, man. That lens is crazy. You can look at a bird and tell who their cousin is from like 3 blocks away.
Goodness.
Oh, that's crazy. So, how's your David? Did you order E10?
No, but I need to. Do I need to? I want to.
David just looking for a reason.
I haven't ordered nothing yet. But here's what I want to say. It's funny you were bringing up A6500 because I pulled this thing off as my, tripod over here that I use as a secondary camera. And I've got the 6600, which probably would have made more sense to grab it and just put 65 in the thing. But I took it out and I used it all summer, like taking actual pictures. And I've been learning it, and I freaking love it. It's been awesome. The pictures that came out.
Dude, that's the point of hybrid shooting, and people don't get it, man. People don't get it. The point of hybrid shooting is even at 24 megapixels for what we're going to do with it, which is oogle it, save it for memories, share it on, various grams and whatnot, is fine.
Yeah.
If you're printing billboards or Vogue magazine or whatever, then maybe you want the 42 megapixel and things like that. There's other reasons for full frame besides just the megapixels, but everybody, for some reason, from eons ago, got stuck on megapixels as the answer, and it's not. And I equate megapixels to the same idiots that would talk about, well, I got that Camaro because it's 680 horsepower. And I'm like, yeah, I'll come right next to you in your Camaro with my electric 5 Series. Well, how many horses is that? None. Why? Because it's electric, dummy. Now, which one you think is going to win? Huh? I mean, I will smoke you before you even get your foot to the bottom of the floor. When you go to stomp it, I will already be halfway down the block. Because horsepower doesn't matter. It's power to weight ratio. A motorcycle at 92 horsepower will smoke a car because of power to weight ratio. But that's what people do to megapixels. I don't think they really understand that.
He needs to fix his megapixel. He blurry as all get out. There you go. There you go.
Who?
You need to fix it.
You were.
Oh, that's the internet. That was not me.
Okay. Question. Short answer. Quick and short.
We ain't got those.
Should I get that camera?
Shit.
No.
Yes. I mean.
No. Okay.
No, because you technically don't need it, but probably yes, because you're gonna want it anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
I mean, I'm gonna go watch the videos. Yes. I'm sure y'all created videos.
David is not going to have a problem paying rent if he buys a $600
No,
camera.
I'm just, it's like in full transparency. No, because you don't need it. Yes, because you probably gonna want it anyway.
Thank you.
Simply because it's like, y'all got these freaking ones. Why I should have got one?
Now knowing that I am getting into the picture taking as well as the live streaming and stuff.
No, you have everything that you need. Honestly, more than enough between your 65, 60, all the different.
David,
you got it
she
already.
Just said that because she don't want it. Miss D, yeah. Hey, how do you use this dang thing?
It's going. So what's interesting? Here's the other thing that I found interesting is that the ZVE10, yes, it has the regular. Yeah, hello, Keely. Good to see you.
Who the hell is
matter
this
of fact,
chick
Keely,
rolling up in here?
welcome, Keely. We welcome you to the stream. We welcome you.
Hey, I watched a couple games, Humphreys, by the way.
I have been leaving you alone. I haven't, because I know you got funky hours. We don't want to mess you.
Just saying, dude. The only reason why she's saying no is because it would be
it's going because it's the same menu. It's the same setup. The only thing is going to be a few other things that you see on your ZV1 that you will see on the So imagine picking up your A6600. But seeing a couple of those extra things like product showcase mode and stuff like that from the ZV1. More or less, that's pretty much going to be it. So you already have the ZV1, so you're going to be very familiar with the ZV-E10 already. But
you can put lenses on that ZV-E10.
How many cameras do you have that you can put lenses on?
5.
The camera already.
Not enough.
And David got 712 different cameras around. It's like, but you could put a lens on that one. I don't have one like that one though. But that's the interesting point though. It's like you will have basically a ZV1 that got smushed into your A6400, basically.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's a good way to explain it on it, Ms. D. I still stand to my assertion that the reason why Ms. D said no is so she don't get the Ms. D.
I'm gonna, here's the. I can give y'all my list.
I set this thing up.
I can give y'all my list of videos that I already have a running list of videos when that comes in the mail that y'all will see dropping. So you'll get a full walkthrough for the menus and everything else in between.
I just find it's hilarious. I mean, the Ms. D is right though. 100% she's right. But I'm going to have the most fun ever when that baby comes out. I'm just telling you.
Pedro, to answer your question, you can go to letsget.live if you want to get overlay packs.
Yeah,
get the overlay packs. Yeah,
we've got a lot more we're going to be adding. We've created a lot this summer, but just like everybody else in the world, things kind of opened up and everybody took off except Doc and Diana.
That's right.
They've been working big time.
Nowhere. I don't even want to be nowhere.
Margaret. Oh my gosh! Whatever. I can't wait to see y'all in a
couple
months.
New York.
Yeah, it's in Albany, New York. Is
man, you jumping
what is it? The
on
8th
the
through 12th? Yeah. So you go to peopleofvideo.com, use the promo code LGLFAM, LGL fam, and you will get 50% off the purchase of your ticket to come to People of Video. We're doing we have a ton of stuff planned, from kind of like a photo/video walk, a hangout, B&H, axe throwing, dinner, tons of stuff. So even if you can't technically make the event, let's say for your schedule purposes, still come to B&H on the 11th with us. We're going to spend some money. So it'll be, let's spend some money. And then, and then we'll go out to enter. So let's have some food. And then we'll go axe throwing and say, let's not get arrested.
Yeah. I think
Man, I'm telling you,
I think
the scariest thing is axe throwing with Miss D and Keely. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Man, you don't need no sitter. You don't need no
So-
sitter. You're a grown-ass man.
Well, Noah, I'm a single parenthood again, man. I got a 14-year-old at home, so freshman in high school.
That was the grown-ass man I was talking about, not you.
Oh yeah.
I know it is the grown folk around here. You're just
He's something. Man, Noah's doing awesome. He's been working hard, so
Marcus said,
I'm excited.
So wrap up on this is just like, come meet us at People of Video. So Margaret's saying she returned her unopened A6400 and awaits the ZVE10 in the mail. Actually, you should be coming August 24th, depending on when you got it.
Yes, August 19th is the ship out date. August 24th is when they will land in your house or your, preferred environments. Sorry, I'm tweaking the overlays live because you know how we do.
No, I like the fact that it's coming a couple days before my birthday.
Send me the link, Doc. Send me the link.
David, you said short answer, and I told you the truth. So
what you gotta do, David, is go into the group. You'll see a conversation that says use Tom Buck's B&H link so we can support a family member, and that's the one. Because B&H don't like Miss D and I. They get you guys can't come through. I told Miss D, I am going to
now.
grow my side curls for when we go to B&H and just walk behind the counter.
They're not going to take an apron and go behind the counter.
Do it. You going to put a yarmulke on and just go in the back?
Yes.
Doc going to disappear. Like, what happened to Doc? Oh, he took him out back. It's like, all right, everybody.
I'll do it with you, bro. I'll put on
over.
a robe. We can go in full on character.
It would be nice. It would be nice if we could get like some kind of I don't know, just something different, like a tour-esque kind of a thing.
Lim said he would contact them to try to see, you know how we do, Miss Mark. That's how we is. You know what it is.
Yeah,
TV
August 29th. August 29th. That's my birthday. So I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting until we go to People of Video. And so I'm going to spend some extra time up there in New York and have a lot of fun. So I'm spending my birthday with y'all. So delayed gratification there.
Me too. I'm spending my birthday the day before Leaped in the live stream. Speaking of Leaped in the live stream, I think that's a good segue into playing the promo.
Are you ready to take your content to the next level? The live streaming market is booming, but with so many options out there, it's hard to know where to start. You've heard about doing live video and other video content on platforms like LinkedIn and Facebook, but you're not sure how to make the most of this or how this is going to help you with your business. You're not sure if creating a YouTube channel is going to help you get more customers or it's just a waste of your time. We will walk you through everything you need to succeed in live video with this 4-day immersive virtual bootcamp. We've got all bases covered, from choosing the right platform for your needs, planning an event, recording epic video content and editing it into something awesome, scheduling posts on social media, promoting your videos, and monetizing them effectively. This course is designed for everyone from total beginners who are just getting started in live streaming to those who want to grow their visibility and increase business by creating more valuable content. Leap into live streaming virtual bootcamp.
You know what this made me think of? It made me think of
Doc as a badass editor, is what you think.
Doc's a badass editor. I kept waiting for at the end, like the radio. This message is approved from so you know where they go like super duper fast.
Yeah,
Dude,
your voice
that's what
could have totally pulled
done.
that off.
I'm gonna update that joint.
If you
Doc
get
Rock
any
and I
rashes when you come to
approve
things,
this
none of our properties.
Get your Ecamm on.
Buying extra gear is not our
whatever.
problem.
Just do something funny. It'd be pretty dope.
Ecamm would like to warn you that streaming is highly addictive.
If you
right,
start
Miss D.
investing in
Right.
cameras, don't come in a group trying to start no stuff. Won't be no stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm about to make that. Yes.
I'm telling you. The whole time I was waiting for it. I was like, he's got to do it. He's got to do it. It's got to be in there.
Live streaming can be highly addictive. It is very important that you talk to your doctors ahead of time, see your physician. And
You need some of those people that's like doing the victory yay.
Yeah,
In
you're not
there, it's just
responsible
like
for any divorces or getting behind on one's mortgage because you bought too much gear. Yes, there you go. That's funny. Thank you, Marga. Thank you. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I don't know what the heck Luis talking about over here. He didn't even want to mention it. But, yes. Good.
But yeah, so thankfully for Leap Into Life, I get to keynote. I'm one of the keynote speakers alongside Pat Flynn. So I'm looking forward to that. I have already submitted my talk for all of that. I can definitely say, so those of you that are part of my Buy Me a Coffee community, you saw like the first minute of that is leaked over there. And so you got to see the first minute of that. Hey, man.
So go get in the Buy Me a Coffee, Diana's Buy Me a Coffee, so you can see it, because I saw it, and it's pretty awesome. I meant to tell you that. It's really good.
Yes, Keely beat you to the punch, bro. You was late. I know what you meant. I'm starting to be able to learn how to read
Through the type.
yesterday I was laughing.
David, we can't answer that for you, but, you know.
No, she beat him to the party. Is what
To
he
the
was trying to
strings,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just understood what he was trying to say because we be around each other all the time and starting to pick up on people's dialect. It's kind of funny.
Right.
Yo, I will see David next month, I think, because I'm going to Massachusetts to go do my studio build at Ecamm, and Dave is right down the street. So, see,
Boom.
I told you I know how to read your typos, bro. I fixed it. So, anyway, that's all I had for this week. Ms. D, you have anything else you want to show?
I will just say, for those of you that are not leveraging this summertime content creation, like attention is higher, audience retention is higher, people have and are leveraging their schedules to consume more content. So, like, don't post because you think something, like, post and check your analytics first. I think that's the biggest thing of all the social media content that we covered. Stop going to other people asking them what you should do. Go and make some content and let your analytics tell you maybe what you should do next or improve upon.
100%. 100.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes. And it's funny because, everyone's like, oh, man, summertime, not that much people watching, this, that, and next thing. And I'm like, I don't know where you be getting your information from, but no, that's not true. Like, there's sources out there, bro. You can go and check different places and see, the analytics, see the insights. You can even download whole full-on white papers on what's working and not working. But they just go and ask people random things in random Facebook groups. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, yeah, get out there, make your things, get after it. And, man, it's been dope. Welcome back, David. Please try to stay away from any falling redwoods.
Hey, man, it is good to be back. I am ready to rock and roll. The summer was awesome.
You know what really happened, right? Noah been taking all that protein and whatnot. He went outside, leaned on the tree like this, was like, hey, girl, what's up? Oh, shit. Next thing you know, boy out! Whole neighborhood taking out, electricity out. He like, hey, let's go in real quick. Like, that's what he did. He just went and knocked that tree down.
All right,
no,
peace.
Rob didn't want you to buy anything. Rob keep trying to blame me for stuff.
All I got to say is don't bring none of y'all spouses to none of these events you see me at. Tell them something. You told me, I'm telling you right now, you're going to see me. A local St. Louis woman goes to event, socks out somebody's wife for talking stuff. No, just kidding.
Oh, that's too awesome. That's too awesome. Yes.
Get your spouses in check before you come out of town because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Bro, song
you in control of your wallet.
Here it go.
No.
Oh, man, this is going to be great. All right, gang. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Today was fantastic. And thank you, David, for making it back to the party.
Yeah.
And, let me find
back.
some lead us out of here.
Welcome back, David.
All right, here we go. Peace out, y'all. A-Town Stomp.
Peace.